live. You might be able to kind of see the cat in the corner there. We'll see how well this works. I'm currently using my home server to do the encoding for my streams. I should be streaming 2K, I guess, to both platforms. I'm surprised Cake is actually accepting it. Just go ahead and take this. I don't have any, like, the music or anything set up. No, I wanted to go to my channel. I don't have any, like, the music or anything set up, just... Okay, so what Cake does is they just max it at 1080p. That's fine. I mean, the stream looks fine, at least on Cake. Twitch seems like it might be dying a bit, maybe. We'll have to take a look over there. But yeah, things seem okay on Kick. That's pretty cool. So we go to twitch.tv/Inspur. How are things looking over here? 1080p source. Okay. So this is maxed out at 1080p. Did I make sure to actually set my output and stuff to 1440? I did. But I guess Enhanced Broadcasting decided to downscale or something. Interesting. So there's no reason to Enhanced Broadcast then. I should be streaming 2K. But it's decided 1080. I guess 1080 is probably for the better to continue anyway. As long as my home server is doing the encoding right now, because it's not the happiest about it. I mean, like, OBS over here is using like 30% of the CPU, but to be fair, it only has 2 cores, so I mean, the stream seems to be coming out fine, so that's better than I expected in the first place. I'm sad that it's not coming through at 2K, but maybe that's for the better, because I don't actually know if I know the GPU in my home server can handle recording 2K, but I don't know if it can handle streaming with the enhanced broadcasting. The cat's tearing up a box. I sound like I just woke up because I just did. I guess I should actually edit the stream details and stuff because it's not actually real. Testing my new streaming setup. And we'll just change this to just chatting. Testing my new streaming setup. There we go. So go ahead and do this. I guess I should alert Discord that I'm live as well. I might do some home server setup live 2. That looks like we're getting ads. All right, so let's see. Self promo. So I guess if everything's working, I need to hold on. I need to stop trying to go in the closet. I know you want to tear up a new box, but like you don't need to tear up a new box. You've already torn up enough boxes. You have a box to tear up right there. Jeez. Something I did notice when I did a recording is that the audio would like kind of clip out a bit. Yo, Chas, welcome. Oh, you know what? I don't have my stream overlay working. Good morning. I should actually probably start that up. CD WebStorm projects, npmi, npm run. I guess I don't have that set up. So I do / downloads webstorm bin webstorm. I am not prepared. I didn't expect this to actually work at startup, so I just didn't start the overlay and stuff. Alright, so I should stop. No, I need this as well. Open RGB server so you can control my RGB and this doesn't complain about not being able to connect to it. Okay. Do I have my audio devices set up still? Hope so. But yeah, I'm just probably gonna be doing some like home server setup stuff, perhaps. But I could probably go over the details of my streaming setup. Let me make sure. I don't have music playing. I'm not gonna deal with that. TTS, I would like to be able to hear that, so we'll connect. Actually, if I pull WebStorm back up, I do need my dashboard. Reset stream. Alright, try redeeming first again. And that way, it actually sets up properly. There you go. Oh, it's still there. What the hell? Why didn't that work? Hello? Overlay? They reset them, but it didn't actually work. Because the first redeem's still there. How many times can I be first in one stream? Apparently infinitely, because it's not... The overlay is not working for some reason. There we go. I need to actually just reuse the redeem. I can fix all that shit later. Maybe I can do that this stream, but... How is the stream on your end though? It says 1080p is the source, so I guess it's not actually streaming the 2K that I'm actually sending, so. Yuck. Or I'm not, I guess I'm using like enhanced broadcasting, so it's not actually like doing anything, but I guess the graphics card in my home server might be a little too old, so it's like, you can do 1080p. It's not broken, so that's good. Yeah. There's no reason to use enhanced broadcasting. I should be able to stream 2K, but that means just restarting the stream and configuring stuff, so. Let's put this here. And then I need my kick dashboard. Everything, I mean, like, I'm watching my stream back and it looks like it's doing fine, so that's good. I guess I can go over my setup here. So essentially, I have OBS on my computer, my main computer. That's where all the scenes and stuff are set up. And then I'm using an NDI plugins network device interface. It basically sends the video and audio of OBS's like output over the network, and some other thing with the NDI API can pick up on it. For example, another OBS instance on another computer that has an NDI source can pick up on that. I don't know what encoding it uses, but it uses some like low latency but like high quality lossless thing. I don't even have to like do anything in my OBS on my computer. Mostly when people have like a dual OBS setup, they have all their scenes and stuff on the actual streaming computers, so it uses up the resources there. But like OBS is using 9% of my CPU. That's like fucking nothing, and that's like the max it uses. Usually it's like 5%, and like I'm recording, so I'm using OBS on my computer to do the recording. God damn it, cat! Get out! Out! Stay out! Don't come back in. Motherfucker. Alright, anyway. But I'm not doing the the stream PC setup because I want to save resources on my main computer. I have plenty of resources on my main computer. I am doing it because the goddamn H.264 encoder doesn't motherfucking work on my computer. And if I want to do the Twitch's enhanced broadcasting thing, which I guess is actually kind of pointless anyway, sorry, there's someone with a leaf blower coming by. So. Give it a second. I wanted to have the window open so it would cool down in here a bit, especially while it's still like 65 degrees outside in the morning before it gets to fucking 85 or whatever later. But someone wanted to come by, the fucking apartment gardeners are out here, so now I can't have my window open because I can't even hear myself think with the fucking leaf blower, so yay. And the cat's in here, or the cat was in here trying to, she keeps trying to get in the closet. She wants to get inside one of the boxes in there. Anyway. So if I switch to my screen scene, hopefully I don't, like, dox my IP address or anything. But, I have a remote desktop, session set up to my home server. Yeah, it's very laggy to use, but I just need to be able to click the start and stop streaming button. I might interface with the OBS WebSocket, but the other thing is if Twitch's enhanced broadcasting is gonna be useless anyway, I might as well just like set up my own thing that I had before with the multi-stream. Um, then I can just stream like AV1 from my computer to an RTMP server set up on my home server, and then on there I can like re-encode it to H.264 and whatever the heck I need to do. I did have a thing that would do multi-streaming, especially to Kick, because things are a little complicated. But I need to figure out how I can re-encode the incoming stream first, and then send it out to the streaming services. That's not gonna be fun to figure out. I was trying to ask the AI how to set something up. It was clearly confused about what I needed, because it's like, oh, you can do this. It's like, okay, well, where's the RTMP server? I still need to set that up. It's like, what? I don't fucking know what was going on. The AI is not super useful sometimes, especially when you're trying to do weird shit. But yeah, so ideally I'd use my own code to do whatever I was doing, but it would be nice if Kick didn't use RTMP-S, which is a secure version, which makes it extra annoying to stream to it using some custom code, because it means I gotta set up like all the bullshit, like stupid web certificates or some shit like that. It's just dumb. It's just a bunch of extra work. And the problem I was having before is I couldn't even get a Docker container, or I couldn't even get the NVIDIA drivers installed on my home server before to be able to use the NVIDIA graphics card from within a Docker container, so that I could, put all the stuff in a Docker container, so it's not just installed directly to the system, making a huge mess. Say if the H.264 encoder starts working on my computer and I don't need all this shit anymore, then like now it's a pain in the ass to remove. Or if it's in a Docker container, I can just remove the Docker container and it's, yeah, gone. Goodbye. See ya. Adios. Oh, I'm so tired. But hopefully the audio is fine as well. But yeah, so now I just have this window open where I can see OBS, and I know the graphics card can handle 2K. It's able to do I was able to record and it was just fine. The thing is though, with this, I really kind of want to get away from this dual OBS thing, just because it's actually a huge pain in the ass. Like if I restart my home server, then I have to then plug it into a monitor and plug a keyboard and mouse into it so I can log in, so that when I remote desktop, it doesn't create a new remote desktop session, like a new login session, because OBS and that is extremely laggy. I want to use the actual desktop session and basically just remotely control it rather than making one and simulating it. I don't freaking understand why it's so hard to just like be able to log into it and start it up and not have to simulate it. But yeah, which is a whole pain in the ass to do anyway. So yeah, and the only reason I wanted to use OBS on the home server was so that I could use just the plugin to do the multiple streaming. Um, yeah, mainly just for the plugin. But then I ended up using a different plugin that I wanted to use anyway, so yeah. Also the enhanced broadcasting, to be able to stream 2K to Twitch and like encode the other resolutions for it or whatever the heck Twitch allows you to do. But I'm pretty sure Twitch just encodes lower resolutions anyway. So I don't really know. Is like the main concern if I stream 2K without enhanced broadcasting and it just streams and it just gives you the 2K option, like that's not gonna be great for most of my viewers probably. Most of them probably don't have good internet, so like yeah. I could also just figure out how enhanced broadcasting works and then stream that way using my own stream setup thing, my own multi-stream thing, but it's a lot of work. All right. So if I create a new Chrome window, something I want to set up is Gitty. If it won't freeze, why is my keyboard not working? Thank you. It's basically just like a lightweight self-hostable GitHub, essentially. Um, Mainly, I don't think I'm gonna like publicly make this publicly accessible, but I want like a way to put all my Git repositories on my file server without freaking having them all as just freaking local repositories everywhere. I have so much code everywhere. I probably just mirror what most of my GitHub repositories onto this. So I think you can use their thing that they actually host. But yeah, this is basically just GitHub. If I make a repository, can I mirror a repository? Maybe not. But yeah, I'll have to figure out this. So if I just log out. So let's see. Resources, documentation, installation with Docker. Yeah, there's a lot of complicated steps in here. Maybe not complicated, but like you gotta set up a database, some Docker stuff. Git t mirror repository. Here we go. You can only set up pull mirroring for repos that don't exist on your instance. Yes, exist yet on your instance. Whatever, yeah. Once the repo is created, you can't convert it into a pull mirror anymore. New migration in the create menu in the top right. Interest. Okay, so you can mirror repositories. I'll probably end up like mirroring a few of my Git repos. I also have a few GitHub repositories that I probably could move off of GitHub. Oh, this seems like quite a bit of work to set up. Run as a Linux service. Probably want to use Docker. Do people actually use like cloning, Git cloning with SSH? I mean, I guess I do. Probably actually makes the most sense to do that on for my home server. You gotta set up a database. I just set my Minecraft server up again. The problem is dealing with the proxy I guess I could host that in my Oracle, one of my Oracle Cloud VMs instead. Because if I did that, then it wouldn't cost me anything. Because for some reason, even my free tier VM on Google Cloud is costing me a bunch of money, which I need to take that down as well. It just has like a Minecraft server on it that, well, it's not even actually Minecraft. It's some like weird Minecraft thing that one of my friends kind of set up. It's like a maze, infinitely generated maze. I think it also supports the symbol voice chat mod and all that. But yeah, it should probably just be taken down because it's not actually used. I think I think the code for it too is on GitHub already, so I could at least private, so I can at least like take it down from there, and because there's no actually like Minecraft world, it's all just like it's all an illusion. Maze MC, I think. Um, but yeah, I should probably end up taking that down at some point. Let's see. Is there anything else in here that I should be aware of? I guess I could start setting this up on my home server. SSH. Um, Clear that. So we'll put this always on top. Go ahead and shrink the window a little bit. Startup to start, setup based on Docker Compose up dash D to launch the Gitya in the Git I don't know how you actually say it. In the background using Docker Compose PS to show you it started properly. Probably just leave the ports as 3000. And always change ports later. Probably. Configure the user inside. I can hear the fans of my home server working. Ads starting in 1 minute. Should I let the cat back in here and open the door? Look at her. She's so cute. I got my stream kitty. She wants to be my stream kitty. Hi, say hi, Sriracha. Mm-hmm. She's my baby. No, fuck. Okay. She pressed a bunch of keys on my keyboard. That's great. Can you make sure I don't break this charger on my keyboard? That would be nice. Oh, wait. I let you in here. Don't be a pain in the ass again. It looks like ads are in progress. To start, get in combination with a MySQL database. Chris is gonna copy all the pluses. Why wouldn't they have added all of those? That's really annoying. So why would you start it in combination with the database? Do you need the database? How do I install for the protection use? Consider adding a database. What is the difference between host and named volumes? And what is the database for? So should I store it in a host volume or a named volume? I kind of want to put host volume, so I also want to put it probably on the hard drive. Oh, maybe that's a bit slow to access, so. I'd probably use a host volume. Um, because technically varlib docker volumes is actually stored on a smaller partition. And if I was to reset the system, there goes all my Git repositories. So that was just one thing I'd have to remember before. I'd have to back that up before resetting the system if I ever had to do that. And that's probably not something I'm going to remember. Especially if there's like multiple things that end up there that I have to remember. It'd just be nice to not have anything there. Basically, any data that's actually important should exist on the hard drive or in the home directory. In the home partition. Because the home partition I'll never reset. Especially if I know that I'm putting stuff on there. And same with the database. I would like to use host volumes for both and the database. Now, is there With host volumes, backing up is straightforward. Tucker down, back up. Yeah. And probably I'd want to set up like a cron job to do that automatically once in a while. Backups scare me though, especially if you don't store the history of it. Because, if if you don't store the history of backups at all and you have like an automated backup system, say like something happens and then the something happens and like the data is all corrupt now and then the backup system runs, well, there's no point in having had a backup, is there? But if you have backup history, then you just restore from before the corruption. Maybe there's some way to like go about dealing with that. One of the main things is like storing like backup history for some n number of backups. Like if you're making a backup like once a week, you might store like the last 5. Cuz if something gets corrupted 1 week, it's like, okay, well, I have the, and then like, you make a backup of the corrupted stuff. It's like, okay, well, I can just go back before. I feel like the problem isn't a huge problem. Like, the more often you're making the backup, the more likely you're going to want to have some history. But then again, also, the less often you're making the backup, the more like you might want to have a little bit of history. I feel like there's like, it's like a sine wave somewhat. Like if I was making weekly backups, I'd probably only want to store like 5 or so backups. I don't know. If I was making daily backups though, I want to store like the last 2 weeks of backups. That gives you 2 weeks worth of time to find out that everything's fucked up. And but then also like depends on the size of the backups too. Like if backing up the entire Git server data is like 500 megabytes, especially if it's zipped with good compression, then fuck it, why not store the last 100? No matter how often you make the backup, just store the last 100 of them. It's like it's not that much storage space. But I don't know. Like if I was making backups of what, I really need to make a backup of my file server. Like making a backup of that. Actually, I still need to figure out how to do that. Either I make backups of it or I need to get more hard drives and set up in like an actual RAID configuration or something. Um the annoying part with that is that I'm using the BTRFS and using RAID, using its like RAID 5 and 6 setups are not good at the moment. So like I'd have to switch over to something else. Like now just scratch myself. I'd have to switch over to something else, and that means I can't use the hard drive that's in there until I move all the data somewhere else. And yeah, it's just like a mess. I think with BTRFS you can just kind of stick a bunch of new hard drives in there and whatnot, but I don't know. And the main thing is if I was to upgrade how many hard drives I have, I would want to make a backup first before I did anything. I'm pretty sure in most cases it's probably best to just format all the drives when you change it, so but like I feel like though when if I'm buying more hard drives to put into my file server, I might as well just get like some sort of server rack, server computer, and just like get a whole array of them. And I like just the one hard drive in there is not gonna be very useful. And then I just move everything off of that. So I'm probably gonna make this into a directory. So mkdir cd get t. I'm just gonna call it get t. Mkdir chown I think this is probably the same as the get t docs. Version 3 networks external file services image get t. I guess I would look at this one. Does it really matter which database I use? I don't think it really does. Restart always. Networks. Volumes. So yeah, essentially I just need this file. My Docker compose. So if I nano should learn how to like use like NeoVim or something. That sounds like a lot of work though. Alright, then I have to get rid of all these stupid plus signs that they fucking put in here. To show you what they changed. Like, Alright, I think that's all good. Named volumes. Alright, startup. I think you just docker compose dash up dash D. Docker compose not found. Have I not installed docker compose? The hell? I swear I've installed docker. Pretty sure I've installed docker. Okay, so docker is installed. But I never installed docker compose. Docker. Getting started. Learn how to install. Not Docker desktop. I don't want to install Docker desktop though. Plugin. Docker desktop. Install Docker engine. Install using apt. Ugh, fuck. Fucking hate when this happens. When you try to install like a dev and then just breaks your system. No, I don't want to install those. I want to like just revert. Fucking hate apt sometimes. We'll just do this. I tried to install Chrome. No. Sudo apt auto remove. And then I should be able to run this. What do you mean Docker Compose isn't fucking installed? Set up a repository for distribution instructions. So I've done that. Apparently things are more complicated than they need to be. Hmm. Mm. Of course, this isn't fucking copy because I'm a dumbass. Edit the stream details. Add user to the Docker group. There we go. That's a pain. Okay. Close that. So let's see. Docker compose PS. After starting the Docker setup, visit the server port 3000. So might have to open a port. Well, I'm pretty sure I remember Docker saying that it ignores your firewall. So, or ignores the computer's firewall. Let's just go through here. There we go. If you run git t inside Docker, please read the documentation before changing any settings. Ah, so many configs. Run as username. Yeah, I'll probably just leave it. Oh, of course, I broke something all fucking ready. Alright. Let's try again. Motherfucker. LS. Also, I think the paths on this are wrong because it's just to get T. Yeah, we'll just let it. Recompile it. There we go. So don't mess with the settings, basically. Cool. Now I can set up Git repositories on my own home server. New migration. GitHub. Migrate data from github.com or other Git instances. github.com/inspir/arkia. This repository will be a mirror. Yeah, let's go. First repository. So we should be able to see. Oops, I meant to ls. Cd git. So we can probably see this stuff in here. Git. All right. Uh, I guess then I need to actually expose the port so I can actually access my Get server from not here. Um, I have a Docker container that exposes ports 3000 and 222. How can I? Should be able to access this at some point. I think I have to do IP tables. That's why. There we go. Should make it so I can just sign in with GitHub to this installation. Let's see. Authentication. Yeah, I'll have to figure this out later. It seems like a lot of work. I also need to end the stream a bit early. Right, so I've got basically GitHub running on my home server, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna end the stream here since yeah. I was basically just trying to test to make sure everything works. Tomorrow's stream I will do some more falling sand simulation stuff, and I might have a different streaming setup as well, just because this dual OBS thing is not that great in my opinion. Like it works, but it's not the best. So I'll see what I can do to get my 2K streaming back. The other thing is like I'll probably end up forgetting to record a bunch because I usually just depend on when OBS starting the recording automatically when I click start streaming, but I don't do that anymore in here. I do the start streaming from my home server, which I don't want to record on because that can't record in AV1. So yeah, I need to figure that out. I need to figure out getting my home server upgraded. I have a okay-ish CPU just sitting around. I just need a motherboard. But there was someone I was trying to get some computer hardware from for probably really cheap. So they have pretty much the same CPU and motherboard that I have in my actual desktop. So getting those, if I could get those for really cheap and put that in my home server, that would be amazing. I actually, how much would it be to like upgrade to my computer like AM5 and just use my current stuff? PC part picker. Oh, light mode. There we go. Choose, I guess you would want to choose the CPU first. AMD, I think I have 16 cores right now, so I'd probably want something with at least 16. Then I need AM5. There's not very many CPUs. They're very expensive. Holy moly. Even if I like downgraded to like 12 cores, it's still like $400 just for the CPU. That's insane. But also, I wouldn't want to downgrade my computer, so. Actually, do I have 16 cores or do I have 12? I always forget. I'm gonna log out of that. Neo fetch. Do I not? I don't have Neo fetch installed. What a disgrace. CPU. Oh, I didn't fucking log out. That's why I don't have. Why didn't it fucking log out? I did log out. I don't want all that shit on here. Ugh, fucking computers not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Sudo apt auto remove. Log out. Why didn't it log out? Exit? What the fuck? Huh? I'm so fucking confused. Okay, I just fucking disconnect from that. Do I not have... I don't. Fucking hell. Okay, so I have AMD Ryzen 9 5950X 32. So yeah, I got 16 cores. So I'd need an upgrade, or at least to stay at where I am. The cheapest one is $450. The Ryzen 9 7950X, which is probably a freaking beast of a CPU. But then you also need a new motherboard. Looks like ads are starting in a minute. Probably just something similar to what I have now. Then you also need new RAM. And I would want... This would definitely be an upgrade. 6,000 speed. I'm still in like 3,200 or something. Am I upgraded? I don't actually know. But yeah, I would need those three things. And that's already like $900, $800, $820. I guess you can't really see because I'm blocking it. But... darn ads. Waiting for the ads to finish. Welcome back from ads. So yeah, this is like $800 just to like get a new CPU, motherboard, and RAM, and they're all just the same specs as what I have currently. So if I can get, because all I need at the very least for my new home server build, I just need an AM4 motherboard because I already have everything else for it. But I was struggling to find good AM4 motherboards. I was thinking of trying to get one used. And then that's where I was asking some online people in a Discord server. And someone said that they might be willing to sell me their current PC motherboard and CPU. But then they'd have to upgrade theirs to AM5. They can bear the cost of that. But yeah, that's expensive. All right, so I'm going to end the stream because I have stuff I need to do and whatnot. And this was just a test. Tomorrow will probably also be another test, honestly, because I'll probably have a new setup again. I've literally spent like the entirety of this month so far just trying to fucking fix my streaming setup. Maybe I should just not have the AMD drivers installed. But then I can't run DaVinci Resolve. So, like, that's a huge issue. Because I like my video editor. I also paid for the studio version of it. So, like, I would like to be able to use the video editor. So, yeah. The pain of being on Linux. To make one thing work, it breaks something else. And I don't understand what it is, because it's just the H.264 encoder. All the other encoders, the H.265 and the AV1 encoders, they still fucking work. They work just fine. They have no issues. But the H.264 encoder, the one that I actually motherfucking need, because there's two streaming platforms that I stream to only accept it, it doesn't fucking work. The pain. What the fuck? I would have expected like AV1 to like not work because it's like the newer one or something. But no, it works just fine. So now I've got to like actually use my home server for something. Grr. But yeah, so I'll probably just set up like Nginx RTMP server again and just like re-encode. Although I had issues with trying to do that, so trying to like do FFmpeg stuff. I don't fucking understand what the problem was, so I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I need to go like the grocery store and stuff and do some cleaning and whatnot. So thank you all for watching the stream, even though it was a short test one, basically. I've confirmed that I do not like my current stream setup, so I need to fix it. I mean, honestly, I could just go back to using software encoding, but then I can't do the Twitch enhanced broadcasting. But then again, I can't do that anyway if I'm gonna do the whole thing. So like, I might as well just stream freaking 2K to Twitch and let them deal with lower resolutions. Because it seems like Twitch does also like encode to lower resolutions, but only like sometimes. So I don't really understand. I don't really understand what goes on there. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. Or I'll figure it out, I should say. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching, and I shall end the stream. I'm not gonna raid out because this was just like a test stream, and yeah. Maybe should I raid out? Maybe I should. me first. Just gonna do something in RTMP re. Yeah, I just wanted to actually have like search in there, so I knew what I was. Remember to actually look that up. I guess I could maybe rate. Is there anyone live that I follow? Citrus is live, but it looks like they're away. They're doing like a subathon, so it's probably not too interesting to watch. Yeah, okay. I don't have much to do here. Yeah. All right. Thank you all for watching the stream. Yeah, I might stream later tonight if I can get my stream set up like fixed and working nicely in a quick manner. I might stream again tonight, do some sand sim stuff. If not, then I will see you tomorrow morning at hopefully 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but probably more like 10 a.m. And it'll also probably be another short stream so I can have my time at like 11:30 so I can go do some Uber Eats deliveries and stuff. Yay, so fun. Cause Twitch doesn't make me enough, and I'm rambling too much. Twitch doesn't make me enough money though yet, but yeah. All right, I need to stop rambling. See you all later.